Welcome back to opening round of the Northwestern Europe Series event, and we're here with opening round 4 races: Austin, Jeddah, Austria and Miami in the wet, which should be very fun. We're using Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton for this, and we're also using a Max account. We've just got True Grit up to max, so we are now running a Max setup, which means we're going to drop points now with a Max setup. So let's get in to race number 1. Remember, the strategy guide is on my channel. It was posted on Friday, so make sure you check that out. And it will be the strategies that I also pretty much follow myself. Race 1 from Austin. Here we go with race number 1, and already real player is incoming, around 90 team score lower, so it should actually move their Max Verstappen very close to mine. So a very difficult race to begin with, and let's see if we can get off to a good start. It's very close between P3 and P4. However, we're on the outside of the grid, which could make it very interesting. So we're going to go Eclipse and Dead Fast. See if we can get the 47 here. And I do know from racing this track a lot recently that I can do 3 laps on the softs. That will be absolutely perfect. And let's see if we can get a good start. I'm going to prioritise Hamilton to go up the inside and then Verstappen. And we are in P1, P2. No launch from the rival. Or we've slipped a place down to P3. We could have done with getting past that. And rival using Tulip, which is a very interesting boost on this occasion to use. So hopefully we can get past here. We can't. Lewis Hamilton down in. Coming down the straight. Flies past. Goes off the track. Can't control it, but he's through into P2. So we're just going to conserve now with both. Or actually, we've got fuel. Let's leave it on medium. And let's slowly come away from this rival. What have we got behind us? Soft tyres from Max Verstappen. So we've just got to keep the gap nice and easy. Does the rival get P3 there? We don't want him to, and he doesn't. So he stays in P number 4. We've got Verstappen out front. We're going to create a bit of a gap now. We've got the fuel. We might as well start to create while they're in P4, which we are doing. So Verstappen 1 lap to go and he'll be into the bits. Just going to manage this as best as we can. Try and eliminate any risk of dropping points. So we're all good. What are they at the minute? Still P4. So that's okay. We're not going to double stack either. 4.4 seconds. So let's boost these 2 in. Let's really start to create the gap. Dead Fast and Eclipse giving me extra fuel, which is very tasty indeed. And we're just coming in. So we've got pit stop ahead. In we come from Verstappen. Hamilton coming in now as well. Any double stack? Not today. So we're back out. In P1 and back out in P2. Rival pit in now from P4. Will he jump Verstappen? He won't, so he stays. So we're just going to conserve just in case a safety car comes out. We don't want to push too hard just yet. There might be a time where I do pit for medium soon and just run them to the end. But let's keep an eye on what they do behind. Should be able to at least medium boost and create a big enough gap. Verstappen comes over to start lap 5. And let's now push Verstappen. At least then Hamilton can get a safety car early pit stop if need be. We'll use Verstappen as the guinea pig in case he does. But we're that far ahead. Let's not take the risk. Let's come into the pits with Verstappen. We don't need to risk anything here. We are going to come in. Watch a safety car come out now when Lewis Hamilton's going around. Doesn't look like it is going to be the case. Not this time anyway. So we'll come back in for some soft tyres. We'll leave Verstappen pushing now as well. And that should be us safely managing this race through, using the speed and the fuel available to us on the boosts. we are looking good on lap number 6 as Hamilton goes off the track. What about Verstappen? He also goes off the track. And we will have Hamilton now coming back in to get them soft tyres. Verstappen will carry through, taking it nice and easy on the mediums. There'll be no safety car to ruin our party now. You can tell that to Verstappen though, because he's flying off going all the way around this track. But we're all good. Rival in the pits from P4 and P5 hasn't managed to get past that Max Verstappen, and he is going to pit, so he is going to get ahead eventually of him. So we're looking okay. We've got 1 and a little bit of laps to go in our first race, our first real player matchup, and we are looking a-okay right now. 1 lap to go here in Austin. Verstappen getting done by team orders. And here comes the swapperoo. Multi-21 is called. And Lewis Hamilton takes the lead from Max Verstappen here in Austin as we come through. And we are very chock-a-block on the field. Ricciardo tries to get out of the way. Fancy the chance back. And then coming down, we're going to fly off. And Verstappen retakes the lead. And Hamilton says, how about no, I'm having it back. As Ricciardo still trying to get past us. But either way, it doesn't matter because 47 point is going to be confirmed here in Austin in race number 1. And we will absolutely love that against a real player. Race number 2 in Jeddah, and it looks like a similar matchup and a real player again. So it looks like 2 out of 2 on the real player front so far. So let's see if we can get as good as we got in the last race. Let's see if we can sneak through the 47 point barrier. We've got it all to do though with Hamilton. His Vettel pushes right out. So let's see what we can do. We're going to go, and I can't find it. Gladiator on our first driver. Hamilton goes for dead fast. We need the speed and the fuel. And we're going to do 2-2s. That's the plan. And see what we can do. So can we get good starts? That's the main thing. We're not going to boost our P1 off the line. We're going to boost P4 straight away. See if we can hold up the rival a little bit. And we can. But are we going to get Hamilton through up the inside? We can. Brilliant start here in the first race. Second race, first lap. Rival using instinct, and that is a beautiful start. Not pushing the first driver off fully, and it did work out an absolute treat because we did end up holding him up and then boosting through. So that was absolutely perfect, and we're going to continue through. We're going to boost Hamilton round. We're just going to hold the rival up as much as we can. He's on instinct. So he doesn't have the fuel, well, he has fuel, but he doesn't have the overtaking as much as we do for speed. And he is trying to come through. So we're just going to keep him there. And we're going to hold because he's using a lot of fuel. And I want to create a gap out front. So let's see if we can come back at him now. We're going to boost him now. Rival using all of that fuel. We'll have more. We'll be able to come back hard in this race. And we are in right behind the rival as well. Should be able to get out ahead. Yep, nice and easy. We got the last pit box, so can we jump him as well? We can, perfect. He's got mediums. So Hamilton didn't use as much fuel as him, so we're going to push now. We're going to push both drivers and see if we can create this gap. Rival's got mediums. He's going to be a lot slower. And we're going to be praying for no safety car. That's the pray. And Verstappen's absolutely bombing it clear at the moment. And that's what we like to see. And we are through. So no safety car this lap, which is fine. Hamilton will cut down. He's closing. So we're just going to have a bit of conserving time. We're going to leave Verstappen running out front. And like I said, we have got the extra fuel. I do believe that Jeddah is perfect for as much fuel as you can take and as hard as you can race. And in this one is what I've found to work a treat. We're going to cut Verstappen down. He's coming round to the pits. Bit of servicing to do as well. What's the gap? 7-8 seconds. So we're in a good spot. Hamilton will now come in. So race 2, 2 real players. And we are back out. Verstappen in P1. P3 coming round the last corner. So we might just fall behind track position. We will. And we're just going to hold there. We'll get past. We don't want to be held up here. And that should be how easy it is to get past. Oh, we can't get past. Thought we would have then. We try and go around the outside on the inside, and we are through. So this rival is going to have to go mediums or hards now, because there's no chance he gets a soft to the end. What about Verstappen? He comes through. We're going to push him now. Rival will pit, surely for some hards, I would have thought. And we're going to boost ours here too. So we're going to no service. We're going to no service, because if a safety car comes out now, we'll only have one lap to go anyway. So we're going to be A-OK. What's the rival gone on to? Medium tyres. He won't be able to push them hard for 3 laps. So we should be absolutely fine here. We should have overcome this rival nice and easy. Bit of planning, that's what planning does. And in comes Max Verstappen, in comes Lewis Hamilton. Bit of a double stack potentially, not quite. We are back out with Max Verstappen. Looking at the boosts I've used, guys, Gladiator, I was preparing to hold him up if needed be. And obviously we've got fuel and the speed, same with dead fast, speed, fuel, but a bit of tyres to go with it as well. So we're going to conserve now. Rival P3 not going to challenge us for the end of this race. So we are just going to chill out and bring the points home to the table. We couldn't have asked for a pretty difficult start with 2 real players in a row, but we have made it through so far. 1 lap to go. Max Verstappen crosses that to start, and so does Lewis Hamilton. The gap to P3, good 8 seconds, so shouldn't bother us at all. No chance. Which is good. A very good start so far. Can we keep it up for another 2 races in opening round that at least you get to see? But it's all good in the hood. Remember, channel memberships have been launched. So if you do want to subscribe and a channel premium, that does come with perks as well. We've got track guides, strategy guides, weekend GP guides, member-only chats, you name it, we've got it. So do check that out with a join button, and it would be very appreciated. But for now, P1 and P2 here in Jeddah. Nice and easy in the end. Good race with a rival. And it's a 47-point run. Race 3 in Austria. Fastest lap track, and it does look like we have a Max account who's not going for a fastest lap based on setup. So we're going to take a penalty here because we've gone for the fastest lap setup. So it's not going to be good news, I don't think, in this race, I'm afraid. So it looks like a potential drop of points are incoming. So we're going to go firework, and we're going to go Hamilton on downforce. And we've just got to try it, basically. We've just got to... I can't go. I don't think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have... No, we've got to. We're just going to have to stick with it. Let's see what happens. It's going to be tough to overcome this. But never mind, that's the fun of GP. So let's see what the rival does and what we do. We boost off the line. He's using Kawhi. And we've got a decent start, and we're going to cut down. We're going to just look after our tyres. He's gone Taurus. Can we go up the inside? We can't. We're going to cut down on Hamilton. It's going to be so hard to come back from this. Rival's pushing hard on that Taurus. So we're going to try and just keep the pedal on a little bit to make sure we get the fastest lap attempt. We might as well go for fastest lap, because you never know. We might need it tomorrow. Who knows? So... here we go. We're going to boost from. And we're going to keep boosting with Hamilton down here. See if we can't make a spot. Can we get P4? We can. So we're up to P4. A very tough start to this GP. Let's see what sort of fastest lap we can get. Will it be anything special? 7.9 is a good first sector, but I don't think we're going to see it. And we're going to carry on round. And it's going to be interesting to how we fix this race. We're through, and we're going to come back. We're going to pit. I think we're just going to have to keep going for this and try our hardest. We've got Hamilton in P4. We're going to try and catch that softs now. So let's put a bit of pressure on. Why is Verstappen going so wide there? I will never know. We've really lost out. And then we're going to cut back down. So we're going to bring him in. We're pushing Verstappen, or pushing Hamilton. Rival's gone round. He'll run out of tyres. And we're going to push both. So we're going to push again. We're going to come back on the softs. These two are going to swap round. He's not going to run out of tyres, or he is. He just ran out of tyres, but we're not going to catch him. We're going to basically have to queue behind him in the pits, which is annoying. So in comes Hamilton. Verstappen continues. And he'll go softs now as well. So we're going to be up for about 44 points here by the look of it. Not even that if we can't get Verstappen back through either. Verstappen's in a ton of traffic now as well. So it's not going to be looking a very good, that is for sure, for us. But we're going to keep trying and pushing that gap. And we're going to be coming back in this lap. We're going to have to service as well. What is the gap? 2 to 3. It is 7-8 seconds. So it's going to be close by the time we get to the end of it. We need some decent laps by Verstappen. He's stuck in traffic a lot. But we are coming back in. So, we're stuck behind Sainz. That's going to absolutely ruin us. And that's Carlos Sainz, who has run out of tyres as well. That's annoying. We are going to lose heavily now as well. But hey-ho, we had to go for fastest lap if we wanted P1. And we are going to look like giving the rival potentially 47 points here. Or not quite, because we're up to P2. Not a lot of fuel left, though. That's my issue. So we carry on round in P2. Rival's going to come back at us pretty hard. We've used as much fuel as we've got. So looks like the rival is going to crack on with 47 here. And we're going to try and hold one more corner without boosting. We're going to start boosting here just to hold on a bit more. Can we hold on to these points at least? We're going to boost out the last corner. We're going to hold on just over the line. It is going to be P2 and P4 in Austria. And it is the first drop points of the day. Race 4 in Miami, 1831, so a max account. We've chosen to use Seb Vettel in the wet because of his wet weather ability. Whether or not that comes in as the right choice, I couldn't tell you until right this minute. So let's see where qualifying puts Vettel. And it probably is going to work okay because it's ahead of Hamilton. So Vettel's going to be using Hex. We're going to use Verstappen on Exception. Speed, fuel, weather. Is it a real player? Well, of course it is. So real player, here we go again. 4 out of 4 on the real player mark. Let's just see what happens. We've already dropped a couple of points. So, wow, we just got to see what we can do in this race. Good luck to this guy. Let's see what he can do. Should be a good setup anyway. So P2, P4 is the start. We launch off. And we are in to P1 and P2 so far. I'm going to leave Verstappen out there at the moment, pushing hard. Vettel I'm going to cut down and just monitor these guys behind. And we'll boost if we need to. Hopefully we've got enough gap here. I've put on to medium. And we are. So we're going to cut again. Verstappen is trying to push off at the front. So we're going to hold this position. Just boost down the straight. Hex, obviously, one of the best boosts in the wet. And we come across. So, we're going to probably do a 2-2-2-2 on the wets, I'm thinking. And we'll service for a little bit of pain while we can. And what's the gap at the minute? It's 4.7 seconds. So we're just going to manage Vettel. Probably can do 3 laps here as well. So we're going to boost down there and continue on. Not too much fuel between the two, as we should be coming into the pits now with Max Verstappen. So he'll come in, good solid 2 laps. Hopefully we can get out before these. And I'm going to start to boost Vettel. He's not going to get out, but can he get out? He can. Verstappen does get into P2. Brilliant, brilliant start. We're going to boost Vettel. We're going to hold now with Verstappen. We're just going to boost in the key parts of the track, which is here, and cut down. So all about managing this. These two are going to pit probably similar times. Looking at the tyre management, he's surely not going to go round again with Verstappen. He boosts down the straight. We're going to boost as well, just keeping hold of that gap as Sebastian Vettel does now pit. So let's boost. Verstappen out the way. And Vettel coming out as well. So he'll come out in some nice air. Double stacked by the rival. So we should have this in the bank. Let's boost. Let's boost Vettel a little bit. Let's create this gap. And we'll cut back down. So Verstappen probably can do one more lap. Well, easy. And then we'll be cutting him down. Vettel, we're going to do a 3-3-2. I think that is the best option to do here. So Verstappen will come back round. We'll probably do some servicing because we're that far ahead. Vettel continues through as well. So we've got a very good gap with Verstappen. We should be able to conserve at the end. The only problem is if a safety car does come out, we might be limited on fuel. Let's pray to God we don't have that issue. And rival just starting to close on Vettel now as well. So we're going to cut down Verstappen. He'll come out ahead of Vettel. With the rival closing, we're just going to wait until this corner. Let him use up all his tyres because he's probably coming into the pits here as well. Gives us a bit of a shove. Verstappen in. Will he pit? He will. And we will carry on with Sebastian. Verstappen comes out nice and easy into P2. We're just going to conserve with him now. And keep an eye on the two behind us. So Vettel can absolutely fly off. All good in there. And I'm just going to wait as long as I can until I need to basically start pushing Max. They're both coming at us. So let's actually boost now. I think we'll have enough fuel to the end here to start pushing. As Vettel comes into the pits, needing a good stop. Because rivals approach him. He might get us here, the rival. He could do, he might not. Will he get us? The answer is, he will just get us. So we're going to keep pushing that. Bit of traffic with the back markers absolutely held us up a pain there. And this is what is becoming the issue now. So it looked like we're all good. And we are into P2. We've managed to get round. So we're back into P2. Rivals use a lot of the fuel already. And we can push to the end, no problem. Verstappen kind of can push to the end. It's very close. We're just going to keep pushing as long as we can here. Just in case, well, he's not. It looks like P3 is not even basically attempting to challenge us now. So we should be good to the end. Another Max player. Another fun, funky race to add to the treats of opening rounds, first 4 races. But we have managed to get through this one on this occasion. Let's push Verstappen down the straight. We'll move him out of the way. Let Vettel go on the superior hex. But Miami has been conquered. Sebastian Vettel wins for Miami. Verstappen follows shortly behind in P2. And that is a max real player. 4 real players altogether. 2 lower team score. 2 max team score. And we've come away with just dropping a couple of points. And that was with going for fastest lap also. So we will take that. I'd take that every day of the week. We can't do a lot else with that one. Matchmaking wasn't on our side too much. But we have done 4 races. We have dropped 3 points altogether in that race in Austria. So let's hope for a 3.76 tomorrow. But for now, we're sitting on a 1.85. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, Discord server link in the channel below. Get in there, have a look at the memberships, and I'll see you in the next one.